All visuals in this video are illustrated. 4 logos appear on screen.
The United Nations Human Rights Office created a toolkit for policymakers with a roadmap to develop laws, policies, and programs to realize the Sustainable Development Goals and the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities.
A woman in a wheelchair holds a sign that reads Gender Equality. A young girl uses a walker. A woman uses dark glasses and a cane.
Gender equality is fundamental to ensuring full participation in society.
A young woman raises her hand with a clenched fist. Another woman delivers a message using a speakerphone.
Women with disabilities have equal rights across all domains, such as participation in public and political life, and to live free from violence.
Ashen has braided hair and wears a traditional necklace.
Ashen's family always thought she would never be independent. Since she was little, she did all the house chores. She never attended school like her sisters.
Ashen carries water from a well. She uses crutches to help her walk.
She is expected to care for her parents when they grow old.
Nadia wears a hijab.
Nadia, after years of facing domestic violence at home, was placed in an institution where she was forced to take medication that makes it difficult to remember things.
Nadia sits on a bed. An ominous dark figure looms behind her. A hand grabs another one that has a closed fist.
Nadia was raped under the effects of these drugs, and when she asked for help, no one believed her.
Makeba wears a traditional African dress and a head tie.
Makeba is a community leader and has mobilized other women with disabilities around the new bill against gender-based violence.
Makeba uses a wheelchair. She's trapped in a building full of staircases.
Meetings with decision-makers take place in inaccessible places, and the parliament ignores her group's concerns.
Kanda is blind and wears a dupatta on her head.
Kanda wants to be a mother, but the doctor advises her against having kids because he thinks that with her impairment, she will not be able to take care of them.
Kanda stands using a cane. The word no forms walls that surround her.
She was denied fertility treatment, and the adoption agency said she's not eligible to adopt a child.
Women and girls with disabilities are more likely to face multiple and intersecting kinds of discrimination.
Ashen, Nadia, Makeba, and Kanda are one by one illuminated by a strong spotlight.
They face higher risk of physical and sexual violence and are often excluded from sexual and reproductive services and education.
They are commonly excluded from decision-making processes, and policies continue to neglect them. This needs to change.
How?
A group of women of diverse ages and backgrounds express themselves with conviction, holding signs with different demands.
Gender equality policies should include a disability rights perspective, and disability policies should include a gender perspective, addressing gender and disability-based discrimination.
Governments should develop policies that target women with disabilities in specific and mainstream programs, promoting their independence, employment and self-employment, and upholding full legal agency and economic rights.
Ashen wears a nurse uniform. She walks with the help of a personal mobility device.
Women and girls with disabilities must have access to services to break from violence, as other women do. They should also have access to justice in safe and accessible ways, and courts must adopt decisions that enable them to continue with their lives, free from violence and with appropriate support.
Nadia walks holding a sign that reads Justice Now. Makeba delivers a speech from an accessible platform.
Governments should empower women and girls with disabilities and their organizations and ensure their political participation of women and girls with disabilities in public life.
Governments should ensure sexual and reproductive rights for women with disabilities, guaranteeing access to sexual education, sexual and reproductive information and services.
Kanda walks alongside a young girl and a female health professional that holds a sign that reads Sexual and Reproductive Rights Now. A large group of diverse and driven girls and women with different challenges and disabilities express themselves freely.
Let's make policy guideline on gender equality a reality for women and girls with disabilities.
Policy Guideline on Gender Equality.